Greetings, good day, and hello everyone. I'm your top shelf host, AchievoMaster007, master of all gaming achievements. And today, I'd like to talk about something truly repugnant, a disgrace of a game, and a mockery of an absolutely amazing game. Rubber Hose Rampage. Rubber Hose Rampage is a game released on May 8th, 2024, developed and published by Revi Studios, and it is a horrid ripoff of 2017's Studio MR's Cuphead. Not only is this game trying to steal the success of an incredible game, but it also only exists because Steamboat Willie, the original Mickey Mouse cartoon, entered the public domain. This game is essentially the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey of video games! Honestly, why hasn't the public domain been abolished? It has given us nothing but pure rubbish! Moving on, in order to really describe how terrible this thing is, we unfortunately must play it. We start the game on the title screen and already I have something to complain about, as this shows one of the worst things about this game. The art style is lazy and inconsistent! Why is the background a photo? Why is there a colored boat when everything else is black and white? And above all, everything is a stolen asset! Next, we go to the file select and get the opening cutscene.
In the near future, chatbots become sentient and start a war for dominance. They send two cyborgs back through time to 1920 disguised as cartoon mice. Their mission? To destroy the leader of the resistance, the captain of the riverboat, Steamboat Willie.
Oh, brilliant! This game is also ripping off Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Surprised James Cameron hasn't sued. After that, we get the game's tutorial, and what a shock! It's a ripoff of Cuphead's tutorial. Dear Lord! Is this game trying to make me go deaf? If I wanted to do that, I would just pluck my ears off with pliers! After that horrid experience, we get our first weapon, the pea shooter. Very creative, my good developer sir. We complete the tutorial and get into the first world, Spring Farms, and face off against the game's first batch of bosses. By the way, this game's levels are exclusively boss fights, no run and gun stages because the developers clearly were putting their efforts into something else, that being nothing. Anyway, as soon as we start our first boss fight in Flight of the Bumblebee, we see our first problem with these bosses. Right at the top of the screen! Why is there a health bar? Why did developers think adding a health bar would be necessary? Cuphead's bosses don't have health bars, so do these bosses need health bars? Revi Studios! Second problem, all the boss animations are stolen and terrible! All of these boss animations come from old cartoons for the 30s and 40s, except in this travesty of a game, they've been shittily traced over. Bad enough they steal, but also try to cover it up with a crappy coat of paint. Also, most of these animations are broken and don't even make sense. Like, why does that chicken transform into a UFO? They don't do that! Another thing, tell me developers, why does Pete the cat keep throwing bombs at me? Pete just shows up during random boss fights and throws random bombs at me. What is even the point of this? To raise my blood pressure? Now what about the weapons and abilities? Well, for one, no abilities at all. Real fun there. Meanwhile, the weapons, while looking different, are the exact same as the ones in Cuphead. Pea shooter is just pea shooter, B5 blaster is just chaser, boomerang is just roundabout, etc. As for gaining your weapons, unlike in Cuphead where you buy them from a shop, here you just unlock them after defeating a random boss. I mean, why even give the player a choice? Just spoon feed them like a baby. Well, newsflash for you developers, I am not an infant baby! I want my games to respect me! Speaking of disrespect, I'd like to take an aside, as the master of all gaming achievements, to talk about this game's achievements. There are 34 achievements in this game, a respectable number, however all of them are just completion achievements. There's no challenge to getting these achievements, just play every level and get them all. What an embarrassment! The only reason the player percentage is low for these achievements is that no one wants to play this rubbish. Can't blame them. Back to the game's progression. As we go through the second world, you'll have noticed the game is entirely linear, which wouldn't be a problem. if the difficulty wasn't blasphemous! Cuphead's difficulty worked because you got to choose which boss you wanted to fight. However, this game thinks it's too good for you and decides which boss you fight whether you like it or not. But to be completely honest, some of these bosses are pathetically easy. Take this bloke, the dancing bear. First phase, walks left to right, shoots. Second phase, flies right to left, drops lightning. Third phase, skeleton walks right to left. I mean, what kind of a boss pattern is this? Up to World 4 now, and I'm honestly losing my patience. Can you at least give me something interesting, game? Let's see this stage. A Christmas Carol?
Jolly old Saint Nick here!
What?
A little bit of Christmas magic! Come on, you helper elves! Rudolph! Rudolph! A little bit of Christmas magic! Rudolph!
What the bloody hell was that? Why are we even fighting Santa Claus? He isn't some villain. Well, at this point I've basically covered what the main campaign is like. Oh, but don't fret, we're not done yet with this nonsense, because I haven't talked about the game's bonus levels. These came through the form of updates to the game, and as of January 16, 2026, there have been 13 bosses added to the game, as the game wasn't stuffed up with enough shite already. And what a surprise, they're all stolen! Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, the Wizard of Oz, Popeye, Felix the Cat, Horace Horsecollar, Tintin, Winnie the Pooh, Casper, Alice in Wonderland, Jerky Turkey, Rudolph again, and Betty Boop. And all of these bosses are terrible! Also, why does the Wizard of Oz intro look like that? That doesn't look like a 30s cartoon. In fact, why is Wizard of Oz even here? It's not a cartoon, it's a book! Well, I think it's time for the final verdict. This game is beyond deplorable. It's not just a bad game, it's a deceptive trick trying to steal your time and money. It makes you think this will be just like Cuphead with classic cartoon characters. In reality, it is a grotesque version of a game, ripping off parts of Cuphead and using beloved icons and blending it together to make a blazing trash fire. This game is just as bad as Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on NES, Hong Kong 97, and Drake and the 99 Dragons. This game is an utter tragedy and deserves to be banished to the distortion world. In fact, I know just what to do with this piece of crap game. Well, that settles it, and good riddance. So the moral of this tale, don't buy this game. I suggest you get Cuphead instead. It may be more expensive, but it's more worth it than Hose Rampage. I hope you all enjoyed the video and check out more of Gamer Time World. My fellow gamers here are quite pleasant. This has been AchievoMaster007, master of all gaming achievements, and I bid you adieu, so long, and goodbye.